Hi, and welcome to the Straticephere. I'm your host, Scott Franklin, and my co-host, Jordan Franklin.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm super. This is our 6th episode.
Yeah.
Remember what I said in episode 4?
If we make it to 6, we've made it.
Yeah, I think that we've decided that we should keep going.
Yeah.
Maybe put a little more content out there during the month.
Yeah.
Um.
And maybe you guys give us a little more.
Yeah,
feedback.
I was gonna say maybe talk to a few more people out in the Straticephere and maybe have some guests on.
Yeah.
And really try to do this thing up right.
All different types.
All different types.
All different types.
Just out there in the Stratisons in the Straticephere.
Yeah.
Bring them in, talk to them.
Yep.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Because I like it. I think it's a lot of fun.
I think it's a lot of fun. I think over the last month or so, we've kind of explored different areas too. Like Stratus has historically always just been an IT staffing firm. And we've been talking to people
Across all kinds of industry.
Yeah. And so it's been really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we've had a good month.
Yeah. And so with that, our 6th episode, the most common hiring bottlenecks and how to fix them without adding headcount. Are you going to say something before I can? Because you look like you want to say something.
I do, but I'm going to hold it in.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, a new Jordan.
Episode 6.
Episode
Okay.
6. We're growing.
We're growing. Yeah. I'm listening.
What I was going to say is that the blog is, I think that for us, it's kind of putting a lot of our frustrations out there for the clients to see. Like, hey, you don't have to do these things. We can fix this.
Yeah.
You don't have to have these struggles in your hiring process.
Yeah. And
it's just, I don't even remember how much you put in here. I think maybe 4 bottlenecks. Yeah. Something like 4. And they're common, like it says, the common hiring bottlenecks.
Yeah, and I don't think they're industry specific.
They're not industry specific.
Yeah.
We're not just sitting here talking about IT or finance or HR or marketing or whatever. This goes, if you are hiring for somebody, these are things that you're going to run into, or you're running into and you just don't know it.
Or avoid them so it's not you.
Or just take a step back and be like, okay, we're not going to have a bottleneck. We're going to do this thing upright.
Right.
Before you do that, you probably need to reach out to Stratus. So
yeah,
Jordan's available. You can just call on her and she will help you out. Okay, so I'm just going to read this first little thing.
Okay.
Because I think going back over the past 5 episodes, I have an issue with inefficiencies.
Well, obvious.
I would like everyone to be efficient.
Yes, but that's
plausible.
No.
But in my dream world, I can help everyone.
That's like saying I only want type A friends. And that's not going to
Do you have type A friends?
One. Because normally type B and C friends are more fun.
Yeah.
Right? But type A friends are needed in order to keep the B and C friends together. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, not going crazy.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that's true too in hiring, right? You've got to have one person within that hiring pipeline that is a type A personality that can wrangle the cats.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we're all different. We're all not just perfectly efficient every single day.
Well, I agree with that, but I also like to think there's some sort of controlled chaos.
Yes.
Like you kind of let it run amok, but you can also control it a little bit if it gets out of hand.
Yeah.
And I think that these bottlenecks
can be controlled. Absolutely.
Okay. So here we go. If you find your hiring process is taking longer than expected, you're not alone. Many business leaders believe hiring delays are mainly caused by being understaffed. However, in many cases, the true problem isn't a shortage of personnel, but rather inefficient processes. Unseen inefficiencies can subtly hinder hiring processes, frustrate candidates, and let top talent escape. Fortunately, Enhancing your recruiting results often doesn't demand additional staff or a bigger budget.
Yes. Well, okay. Well, let's leave the budget one to like come back to.
Okay.
Because
You don't think you can just throw a lot of money at the problem and get it fixed?
no. I mean, yes and no, right? But what the inefficiencies you're creating for yourself.
Correct.
Like,
Well, maybe not you are, but the process.
your process is creating your inefficiencies. Right. Yes. And the faster you outline a streamlined process, the more put together you seem to whoever you're trying to attract, right? So if you look like mass chaos, like we've all seen them. We've all seen the Instagram post of the mom's SUV that's mass chaos because she has 3 kids and doesn't know what weighs up, but her kid still gets to school on time. They get to practice on time. Like, they're always a little crazy, but they're there, right? Like, you just want to be the middle of the line. Like, I feel like that's the middle of the line parent, right? You're not late. You're not early. You're
right on time.
Right on time.
Kids' hair's did.
They're where they need to be. You might not be fully put together, but it's okay. Like you're presenting as if you are, right? Like, that's...
You got your stuff together.
Right. That's... You need to get there, right? When you're the mom that's late and doesn't know what to do and doesn't know how and doesn't know where the next thing is.
I feel like I'm that mom a lot.
What one?
The one that's lost. Doesn't know where I'm supposed to be.
That's because your wife is a type B personality that gets everyone there on time and is like showing perfection.
Showing out. Okay.
Showing perfection, but underneath might not be perfect. That's the type of company you're trying to be. Right. Like, you don't have to be perfect, but you need a well-oiled process, even if behind the scenes it's not perfect.
Yeah.
Right? Because once you attract a candidate, they're a little more likely to stay with you, even if there is a little chaos, because now they're contributing to helping with it, right? Or they could hinder it, but they're contributing to helping with what you needed them to help with, which is why you're hiring in the first place.
Correct.
So yes, a duck.
A duck. By pinpointing the bottlenecks in your hiring process and implementing strategic tweaks, you can enhance the candidate experience, speed up hiring decisions, and improve outcomes using your existing resources.
Yeah, I mean...
And at Stratus, we collaborate daily with companies aiming to hire more intelligently rather than larger. We can go through these bottlenecks now, I think.
Yeah,
and I'll just let you know what they are, and then we can go from there, because I'm going to tell you right now, we've probably already touched on them in the past 5 episodes.
Well, I bet we have. And we don't want to keep like beating a dead horse, but to the point that you just read, it's like the work smarter, not harder mentality, right? You don't have to add to your staff to be more efficient in hiring.
Right.
You just need to be more efficient so that your staff isn't treading water.
Do you want to know what the first one is?
Sure.
Unclear job requirements.
I love this one so much.
Well, I mean, I think that you're going to like a lot of them because, this is kind of our job. But
well, I mean, and like you said, we've probably hit on a lot of these.
We have. I mean, it's something that becomes frustrating for us, for recruiters, I say us as in like salespeople or business owners, or
like consultants. Yeah.
Consultants. And it becomes frustrating to recruiters. It becomes frustrating to candidates.
It becomes frustrating.
Frustrating to everyone.
Yeah. Because so if you don't start with a clearly defined job description that everyone that new hire is going to be working with agrees upon, right? Then when you get to the interview process, it's just magnified, right? It's, oh, they don't have this. Oh, they don't have that. Oh, they're not passionate. Oh, they're not skilled enough, right? Like, what there needs to be a ranking system when you go to put your job description together and say, okay, these are my top 3 skills. This one takes 25, 75, 20, whatever.
Yeah. So we sort of hit on this last time, I think. and we were talking about filling out that job description, and I was playing devil's advocate saying that if I'm a business owner and I want to hire someone,
Yeah.
and I have the option of putting all of these skills that may not be required, maybe I just want them to have those skills, because if they have those skills, then I can use them in more things in my business and I don't have to hire somebody else. Right.
Right.
So what would you say? I don't remember if we touched on it or not. 3 to 5 skills required, or 3 or more, or how many do you think for just a regular run of the mill job? How many
is too many?
How many is too many?
I think anything over, when we say required skills, right? You have to think they have to be adjacent in some form or fashion, right? So let's just say I require, I don't know, project management skills, right? Adjacent could be project coordination, right? So am I okay? The question I need to have internally with myself and my team is, are we okay with someone that doesn't have a certification in project management, but they've been a project coordinator? Like, where's how far are we flexing on that skill, right? Next skill could be, let's just say, developer of some sort, right? Like, okay, we need a .NET developer, we need a whatever, right? Like, are we flexible on that tech stack, or is that the tech stack that they have to have? Is there a tech stack close to it that could mean that they could learn that skill
they
easily?
They need to match my tech stack. They need to be able to work in my systems.
Right. But the question I would have as you know, as a staffing agency is, your tech stack's X, Y, and Z. Well, this might be close to that, you know, Azure, AWS, cloud systems in general, right? Like, okay, they don't have Azure, but they have AWS. Can they learn Azure? Right? Like, what is your flexibility? And do you have the team to train?
Yeah, I was about to say, I can't train these people.
So there's no flexibility on those. Then they need to be exactly what your tech stack is. Mm-hmm. But these are questions that you guys, that companies need to have with their teams, so that when they go and put out a job description and there is some flexibility, when the candidates come in for screening, you can say, okay, well, I can't take this because they don't have that. Right. And we don't even need to look at them because they don't match. They don't match. Right. It's when you do have a little flexibility and some training options is when you really need to understand, like, how bendable is that?
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, we are not flexible. We need a certain person in the job so that we don't have time to train. We're moving.
Company XYZ is small.
And we're ready to move on somebody if we can find the right piece.
Right.
How many is too many?
More than 5.
So 5 required skill sets.
Yeah, more than 5 is too many. I would say 3. I normally ask for 3. What are your top 3?
Yeah.
Because once you start, like, really piecing people together, just because they have worked in your tech stack and they don't have all 5 things doesn't necessarily mean they couldn't stretch, right? Mm. And if they do have all 5 things and they fit your job description perfectly, like, how long is it before they get bored?
Okay. All right. So
I think it's 5. To answer your initial question.
That's what I was going to go back.
5.
Okay. So 5. All right. Companies often spend weeks searching for the perfect candidate, only to realize mid-process that they are unclear on which skills are actually needed. So before opening a position, identify the essential skills necessary for success. Distinguish the skills that can be learned on the job, and clarify the expected outcomes for that first 12 months. Instead of seeking an ideal unicorn candidate, prioritize the qualifications that are truly important.
Right, exactly.
So you think, I'm looking for this developer and there's 5 skill sets that need to go into working my tech stack. Bada bing, bada boom, out the door.
Yeah, I think what you do is you have those 3 to 5 skills, right? That you can't flex on. You have to remember those are concrete skills. Cannot flex on them, cannot change them. They have to be there. So if you don't have a full 5, don't try to get to 5.
Yeah, we're a AWS shop, but if they have Azure, then great, but I can't use that. So
Right. So so you want to know what those concrete skills are, right? Though if you don't have 5, don't stretch to 5. If you only have 3, it's those 3.
Yeah.
That the rest goes down to preferred skills, where you can have a little flexibility on it. It's preferred you have X, Y, and Z, but but there's obviously things that are adjacent to that. So if you didn't have those, then we're okay with it.
Yeah.
But those concrete skills need to be well defined.
The other thing that I wanted to bring up in this, and I kind of read a lot of that, but it's when you're not aligned, when the managers or the hiring managers or the leadership team, or both, or you have 5 people raising their hands saying, I think we need this, for this position. When those people are not aligned, I mean, you might as well just not do it, because you can't.
It's a waste of time.
Because you're going to get candidates all across the board.
Yeah.
And you're going to get different people in there. And unless there's something clearly defined in the job description, that then it's going to go, through the, panel or however many interviews they're doing or whatever.
Yeah.
Somebody in that line is not going to be happy with what they're seeing.
Yeah. And I mean, like, whenever you start digging in, right? Identify what's the hardest skill in your stack to interview for, right? Like, there's 4 things that make people move: money, title, passion for the project, right? And then work-life balance.
Yeah.
Right. So normally there's those 4 pillars, right? So what does this human need? Is it just the skill set? And that we need a skill set person, right? And then you also, when you're interviewing, you need to put that person in front of the right interviewer to begin with, that it's assessing for that hardest skill, right? So if that hardest skill is passion, and it's not even a skill, it's just a feeling, then that interview needs to be first, right?
Yeah, because if they get through all the technical stuff and get down to the whatever you want to call that, passion or whatever.
Yeah, culture, whatever. Yeah.
And they don't fit that culture.
Then you just wasted your
that vibe.
Right. That vibe.
Your vibe, yeah.
And then you just wasted all of the time.
You wasted all the time.
Yeah, for everyone.
And
right?
you missed out on other candidates because you didn't have. Okay. Yeah. Well, now I got too far into that, because bottleneck number 2, an overcomplicated hiring process.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So collaboration is important. Endless approval chains are not.
Agreed. Well, and also I told myself I wasn't going to say agreed this time, but.
Well, you say agreed and absolutely.
I know.
And I like it, though, because it makes me feel like I'm,
doing something right.
Right on.
Yeah. No, I think we, as a millennial generation, when we started making businesses, right? Even Gen Xers, as we started making businesses, we wanted to be so certain that the person we're putting in place is the right person. And so we were hiring
I don't know if that
really slow.
I don't know if that has anything to do with generations. I think that's just
everyone
being entrepreneurial and fiscally conservative.
Maybe
you don't want to spend a lot of money on bringing somebody in and spending the time, which time is money.
Yeah.
You don't want to spend that trying to build somebody up that's not even going to fit.
Right.
Or be there.
Right. But you also have to take into account the time and the money that's going into the interview process. So you need to make your interview process efficient, and it needs to be a well-oiled machine so that it's not taking up so much time. We've seen it. We've had clients that have 17 interviews in a half day.
Oh, yeah. I think that's ridiculous. That's just too much.
It's too much. I mean, we do like to say, you want to hire efficiently. You don't want to, there's been a saying that's been thrown around, which is hire slow, fire fast.
Yeah.
But that's not helpful either, because the person might be the right person. It just takes them a second to, fit in with the team or whatever. So I don't really love that saying. What I do like to say is, if you need to keep it an efficient, interview process, the person that's going to be the no most of the time because there's one thing that's super important. That needs to be your initial interview. Even though that might be the most senior person in your organization, that needs to be your initial interview, because then it's saving you time and money on everyone down the line.
Well, the board or whoever, the hiring managers, the leadership team, whoever's coming up with the idea that, yeah, we have the funds and the need to go after somebody, then it needs to be set right then. This is how this is going to work, and we're not changing it. But in the blog, we have many organizations unintentionally slow hiring by involving too many stakeholders or by creating too many interview rounds. A candidate completes an interview, waits for feedback, then waits again while multiple people weigh in. Days turn to weeks, and top candidates move on.
I do really agree with that. I think that the companies that fall prey to this situation are normally large organizations that need a lot of buy-in, right? Or panel interviews, or everyone has to say
okay with
yes.
panel interviews.
Oh no, I agree with that. But
it's the 6 rounds of interviews with 2 panel interviews.
Right.
Like, it just doesn't.
And that's why I say that's
not efficient.
The companies that fall prey to this are the large organizations that have a lot of input on how they have to interview, right? And then the startups. Yeah. The companies in the middle kind of either they're growing fast.
What do you mean in the startups?
The startups fall prey to it too, because they want everyone in the startup to be in agreement with who's coming on. So then if you have 10 people on your team and this person's going to be working with 5 of them, well, all 5 of them,
they all got to agree.
And
I think that's bad leadership, though.
Well, but I'm just saying, these are the companies that fall prey to it because they want to either make everyone happy in this interview process, or they have so much rules and regulations they have to have that many interviews. Like, they've set out, their large organization has set out that has to be their interview process. It's the guys in the middle that are running so fast that their interview process, it might not be efficient, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it gets a little faster there in the middle for a second. And then they get to a big company and they're like, whoa. We had some mistakes. We mishired, but we did it fast. So, but the people that fall prey to the slow interviewing process, I feel like, are the startups and the larger organizations. And the startups one is the hardest, right? Because they're just trying, and in both cases, they're trying to get a consensus. Everyone needs to say yes. This is who we want.
See, I don't know that everyone needs to say yes.
I don't think everyone has to say yes.
You can't get everyone to say, that's almost impossible.
You have
everyone to agree on one particular person.
You have to say, does this person have the skill set?
I'm going to say they have the skill set.
And then what is that? Is that your key driver for hiring? Like, does this person have the key driver for hiring and the other required skills?
Well, and I think that we talked about, of course we probably have, but that when you're interviewing someone, you have to have your questions set in order. You have to know your process, for one. You have to have your questions in order to find out what drives them.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have your questions.
How do they tick?
Yeah. How do they tick? Then you got your technical questions. Can they actually do the job? Do they have the skills necessary to do the job?
Right.
But if you're asking somebody some questions and I'm asking people questions, we may get different ideas of what that person actually is.
Or who they are. Yeah. And I think the most efficient companies that I've seen do this, and how we've advised other companies, is a ranking system. Mm-hmm. Not necessarily ranking the candidates, but how well do they answer each question, right? You're not ranking them against each other. You're ranking them against the question you asked. And how do you feel like they answer that question for you? And then going back and saying...
That's like golf. You're not actually playing the other people. You're playing the course.
Right. Exactly. And going into each interview with an interview guide and putting that number next to them, right? Like, you could do it out of 10. You could do it out of 5. You could say, this person's a 4.3, like a Yelp review. Like
4.3 on somebody?
I mean, why not?
That gets difficult. That didn't. Okay.
But that's but when you're in that situation of interviewing too long, right? You need a tangible, at the end of it, you need a tangible of this was the best candidate.
Not just my feeling.
It does not need to be a consensus.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were strong in this. I ranked them at 58% on question number 3. Your question is similar to my 3 is similar to your 3, and you ranked them as a 75%. Well, but overall, my candidate number 2 is better than your candidate number 1 because their overall score was better. Like, you've got to take the person as a whole.
Yeah. Well, at Stratus, we're here to help our clients create interview processes that gather valuable insights without unnecessary delays, making the hiring journey more efficient and effective.
Yeah.
But it's a good idea to review your current process and ask yourself, does each step add new and helpful insights that guide our hiring process or our hiring decision? And if not, it's probably time to call Stratus.
Yeah.
Let's figure this out together.
Yeah.
Because it is fun for us as long as we're having some sort of input into what this is like. The reason these candidates that we're bringing you are not making it, or they're not what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not necessarily the candidates. Maybe it's the interview process.
Well, yeah. And that happens a lot. And that's a tough conversation because some people get very tied to their interview process or to their idea of a perfect hire.
The perfect candidate, the unicorn. Right. Yeah.
And when you're so tied to that, instead of a process to say, hey, look, I've done X, Y, and Z. I've done all my due diligence. Mm-hmm. Out of all these interviews, this is the best candidate, right? It's not always a gut. It's not always a gut like hire, right? You need to go with best candidate. And that is hard for some of our clients.
It's hard for me.
Oh, I know.
No, don't say that.
No, I know because I used to send you on interviews and be like, what's your gut saying?
Yeah.
And it's not always a gut hire. There are positions.
It's not, but if, in my opinion, very humble opinion, is that if the candidate can do the job and you can get along with them,
they have the right culture.
Sure. They got the right vibe.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds super Southern, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
They got the right vibe. Give them a shot.
Yeah.
This doesn't have to be over complicated. Let's just, if you can do the job and I can get along, we can talk, we can figure this out. Let's go for it.
Yeah. I know. I mean, I definitely agree with that. I think there's a devil's advocate out there saying you're gonna spend time and money training them.
Why? I didn't say anything about why. I said they can do the job.
Right. That's the fear, though. Is that
we have to train them?
Is it that? I think some of the end client, our clients have this fear, and now I'm gonna have to train them, and then what if they don't work out? You have to take the risk. It's always a risk. Hiring someone. I mean, you're bringing someone new to a team.
Running a business is a risk.
Right. You're introducing a change, right? And a lot of people don't like change. And so you've got to be able to take that risk.
I thought you were going to come at me with the old, like, what if I train them and they leave? That old adage.
Oh, that's going to happen.
I mean, pay them more. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
have a conversation with them. Maybe if your culture is set up correctly, then they'll go to their manager, or if it's you, maybe they'll come to you and be like, hey, like, I've got this opportunity to go to XYZ company.
Right.
And they're going to pay me, what was the comment? 25 cents an hour more. Like, I can match the 25 cents an hour more.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I'll give you 50 cents.
Yeah. Give me a chance.
Yeah.
But I also have to say, like, from some of the conversations we've had over the last couple months, like, it's very interesting. I think one of the bottlenecks we haven't talked about, and I don't know if it's coming up, but is what if you're an organization that has had such low turnover that now you're back to growing, right? You're growing new positions within your organization, new organization's growing, but your management staff has been there for 30 some odd years.
No, I don't have that as a bottleneck. That doesn't happen very often.
But it does. I
mean, it does. I'm just saying that we haven't ran into it enough for me to talk to December and him put it in the blog.
Right. So like, but that is a bottleneck, right? So
That's absolutely a bottleneck.
That's a portion of creating that job description, is going back and saying, okay, well, what is the right salary for this person? What is a market rate?
I mean, before we get into that, how cool is it though that the longevity of the folks that work at those companies?
No, it's
that they have enjoyed a lifetime of work for that one company.
No, I think it's great.
Know. I think that was something that maybe now y'all might be able to go back and check, like in the history books or something. But in my mind, it was something that was like when I was growing up, everybody stayed at their jobs. Like that was like, I guess maybe our parents, their parents would stay at their jobs forever.
Yeah.
There was no jumping around.
Right.
And then as we got older, that's when
it became more normal.
And I think that was probably just because of information.
Yeah, we saw what was out there.
The internet was up. We could see, look, there's a job over at...
And I can get 25 cents more an hour.
I get 25 cents more an hour. I'm jumping.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, whenever talking to these organizations, it's amazing how many people have stayed in their jobs for so long.
Yeah.
It also makes it super hard for them to hire because they've gotten cost of living increases
for
right
30 years.
For 30 years, and now you have this generation that is used to jumping around and getting more money. Mm-hmm. And so when you go to hire someone, you're paying that more money. Right. And so that's hard. And how do you help those organizations understand how to course correct or get into the right?
Well, I don't know that's a course correct. I mean, they're obviously doing something right if they have people stick around for that long.
Right. But not course correct, normalized pay.
Yeah. I mean, that's just a little research on their end.
Yeah.
Or you can call Stratus. Call Stratus and we'll help you out.
So, I mean, but it is a bottleneck, because then you get the right human, and now they're more expensive than the manager.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't thought about that. That's interesting.
Yeah. So it does present its own bottleneck.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we could come up with a cajillion other things.
Yeah. But I think that we could also come up with solutions, like multiple solutions for that. And I think it would be really fun to sit and talk with the leadership team at one of those companies and just see what their thoughts are.
Yeah.
Because could you imagine though, if you've been there for 30 years and you're going, I don't want to hire that kid.
Yeah.
He's going to make the same amount I'm making?
Yeah.
No way. I've been here for 30 years.
Right. Or you've had some luck in the last couple of years and hired other people kind of lower. And now this person's coming in mid-level and they're going to be the most expensive person on your team. Right? So how do you justify that?
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
How fun.
It was kind of fun.
Okay, but no, I don't have that as a bottleneck. It is an interesting one, though. I do have, however, bottleneck number 3.
Let's hear it.
Slow communication. Few things damage candidate experience faster than silence. Candidates understand that hiring takes time. What they do not understand is being left in the dark.
Oh. We had this conversation.
Love this.
So, I mean, I think it's how hard is it to send out an email to the people that are on, in your pipeline on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Hey, we're still working through the process. Like you're still if they're still in your system.
Okay. Time out. If they're still working through their process, say a weekend, you said Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right?
Yeah. Maybe you just do it once.
So Friday. They're still deciphering. Can't pull the trigger yet. We don't know. We go to Monday, but they haven't met again over the weekend.
Right. Yeah. So maybe it's just Friday, right? Maybe you do feedback Fridays.
Feedback Fridays. Ooh, hashtag feedback Fridays, Stratisons.
So on Friday, you need to send a message. Hey, we're still working through our process. Like, how hard is that?
Yeah. But don't you feel that a week after an interview,
you should have some feedback?
You should have some idea.
Unless this position, I will give a caveat. Unless this position
Let's hear your caveat.
Is the hardest position.
Oh, come on.
Purple unicorn with wings and rainbow tail, right? Like, unless
a purple unicorn? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
With wings and a rainbow tail.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're not finding that.
Right. So if you've gone a week without finding another purple unicorn with wings and a rainbow tail, then you need to communicate with the first one. If they're close enough, maybe it's your job description's too niche that you should communicate back with that first candidate and say, okay, let's have another call.
So out there in the stratosphere, there's a number of purple unicorns with wings and rainbow tails.
Oh yeah.
But what we're talking about is if
it's a standard job,
a client has interviewed one of those purple unicorns with wings and rainbow tails, and they've taken a week,
they should give some feedback.
I think it should be a yes or a no at that point.
Or at least here's another interview.
Because or interview again.
Right.
But there's
some sort of
just leave it until the next week.
Right. Is not acceptable. There needs to be some sort of action taken. Right. Leaving someone on red is not nice.
No, it is not. You shouldn't do that. Even if it's just a regular conversation.
Correct.
Yeah. So when communication is inconsistent, candidates might think they've been rejected, which can dampen their enthusiasm or lead them to accept another offer. And that's what I was kind of getting to with these purple unicorns with wings and rainbow tails, is that if that's the position, if that's the kind of candidate that you're looking for, and with us, hopefully our salespeople and our recruiters and whoever's talking with the end client is, saying, we have that kind of relationship that we can say, hey, this is a really tough position to fill.
Yeah.
And we start putting people into your pipeline to interview, then not only is it, kind of bad form.
Yeah.
For, to the candidate, but it's bad form to us just because, hey, look, we've worked really hard to find this.
Yeah.
We found it. And now we're not getting any feedback.
Yeah. It is one of the more frustrating things that happens in our industry. And I would say it's not 100% common, but it happens, right? And the feedback loop for we're not trying to be annoying, but we're trying to keep your brand and our brand, right?
Yeah.
And without feedback, that starts to dampen. We know that starts to dampen the want of the candidate to take a position with the end client.
And I think I'm going to draw a purple unicorn with wings and a rainbow tail.
Oh, yeah.
But what I was going to say is if they're not getting the feedback, they'll go to another job.
Oh, absolutely.
Because that's how good they are.
Yeah, no, for sure. And we've seen this. We have clients that are skill set driven.
Right.
And we have clients that are passion driven. Right. And it is hard when someone is so passionate for the program and their skill set can be trained and they pass up on them. Because that's the candidate, and going back and saying and trying to give your end client the feedback, that's probably the right person to hire because they're only lacking one thing and they're willing to go train themselves outside of their 40 hours a week. It's just, hiring is so complicated.
It is so difficult.
It is so difficult.
But, and when you were saying that, I was thinking about it and yes. But I absolutely need somebody in here that can do this job right now. I don't have time for training and learning on the job.
Right.
I need it to be done right now. They need to be able to come in here and take care of, this whole department or whatever that we're growing. And I just don't have time for that. And so if there's something off that they don't feel like they can, I don't know. It's so hard.
Where it gets really hard is, when you need that person to come in and hit the ground running and you want it to be a passion driven hire.
Mm-hmm.
That's when it gets really hard.
Because in that situation, it normally is a higher level person that is probably going to have reports.
Right. And you want them to love the work that they're doing. Right. Don't get me wrong. It's just, you've got to figure out what one of those four pillars that I was talking about is the four that you're going to stake your hire on.
Your four pillars were moves for money,
title, purpose.
and
Or-
work-life balance.
Yeah. Right. So title means like when you're the hiring manager, skill set.
Yeah.
Right. Are they the right skill set? Money normally is like if you're a startup, can we give them,
25 cents an hour more.
right, 25 cents an hour more or stake in the company, right? Like, is that what's making this person come over here? Not normally a startup's
No,
best
I'm not.
hire in that scenario, but and then work-life balance is normally you're a larger organization and you can kind of woo people over with that because your pay is not amazing. But normally for most companies it's passion or
Skill set.
and you need to know which one
I'm going to
you
tell
want to
you,
hang your hat on.
and it's really kind of difficult for us since we're mostly in IT
Yeah.
industry. But I would say that that skill set, I feel like that if the company brand is strong enough, if the company leadership knows where their core strengths, their core ideals, whatever,
Why?
their morals, whatever you want to call it, their culture, their vibe, that's top down. So I think that if I can bring somebody in that has the skill set that can do the job and do it well and help me grow, then my passion for the business or the product or whatever hopefully will rub off on that person, and my leadership will help this team grow.
So are you saying in every organization or in startup mentality? Because I don't know if you could impress
Startup
upon me to
mentality.
have like a passion for dog food. I just can't.
Why?
Something
How do you know?
like you don't know. I
might be
agree.
able to talk you into being excited about dog food.
or a project
Project around dog food now.
around dog food. Like I see where you're coming from, right? I just want to be the devil's advocate that says we have friends that have left for not having a passion for the product or the company, right?
Yeah.
And I think yes, that comes from the top down. I also think that you have to have an initial interest, which comes from recruiting, a recruiting company doing some digging and understanding that you have an initial interest and maybe just like a little spark, right? So that you either have a spark that can become a flame on a project and become a passion for the project.
Yeah.
Or a spark that can become a flame for a company. But also there's going to be jobs that you take in your life or people that you hire
Passionate about.
that they're not passionate, but they
Yeah.
got the job done.
Right.
Right. So I don't think they go hand in hand. I think that if you are 100% dead on
But-
hiring a passion hire,
But that's what I'm saying is that if that's in your hiring process,
I think if
if you're looking for skill set and passion.
I think you have to pick one or the other.
Okay. That's exactly what I said.
Yeah. I think you have to pick.
So you're not playing devil's advocate at all.
Okay, maybe I'm not. But I think you have to pick one or the other, right? Like either you're hiring for passion and you can train skill.
Yeah.
Or you're hiring for skill and you're hoping that there's a spark for the passion,
Mm-hmm.
right? That you can ignite. And like you said, that's from the top down. That's leadership for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Because you don't want to come work for me if I'm not excited about what I'm doing anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I know like growing up, my family had a family friend that sold chips, right? And
It would have been way better if you would have said dog food.
he sold chips. Because he used to say, like, he wouldn't answer calls after 5 because there wasn't a real passion for it. He was good at it. He was really good at it.
He just liked to sell things.
He just liked to sell things. And he liked to be good at what he was doing. So he was good at it. But we would, like, I remember my mom or my dad asking, like, aren't you going to get that? Like, it looks like it's work. And he was like, hey, listen, nobody's dying. It's a bag of chips. Like, so I don't know if the passion was there for him, but he had the skill set.
He was good at it.
He was good at it.
So I mean, you don't always have to have the passion to do a job.
and be good at it.
Right.
Right. So you just have to, as a hiring manager, decipher which one's the most needed.
And that goes all the way back to the leadership team.
Yep.
Because you could have different ideas about.
And then whatever's the
one is
most
which.
needed, that whoever that ties back to, whoever's the decision maker on that skill set or passion, that needs to be your initial interview.
Yeah. We got way off track there.
Sure.
I'm going to blame that all on you. All right. So let's work together to create clear communication standards for every open role by setting expectations around timelines early, sharing updates between interview stages, and communicating decisions promptly. We can make the process smoother and more welcoming for everyone involved. A simple update can keep great candidates engaged while strengthening your employer brand.
Yeah.
Boom, right back on track.
Don't leave anyone on red.
Slow communication. Don't leave anybody on red. It's read. Okay, bottleneck number 4, as we're trying to look, we did good, I think. Yeah, we're doing all right. We just, yeah. Look at us go. Even though we got like way off track there.
Have fun.
But obviously we're passionate about being passionate and skill sets.
There you
Bottleneck number 4. Here, you want to read that one?
go. No.
You sure?
Waiting for the perfect candidate. I think we just nailed that one on the head. And by the way, like,
That's why it's
you
so
got to pick one or the other.
It's why it's so fun to read the blog, because it just like rolls into the next thing.
like, what
It's
if
like,
you
hey,
found
I
a
got this
purple
idea.
unicorn with a silver tail? And
It doesn't work because I was looking for one with a rainbow tail.
Right.
Oh, that's very frustrating.
But it had wings. It still flies.
It's not the right kind.
It's too glittery for you.
Stu with the silver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the rainbow.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about maybe putting it up on the screen.
Maybe we should just get stickers and put them everywhere.
When I draw it, I'll just be like, boom, they're right there. Because we've got more podcast coming. Okay. Let's see. Waiting for the perfect candidate. This is bottleneck number 4. This bottleneck is often the most common and costly obstacle. Many hiring managers keep searching, convinced that the ideal candidate is just one more resume away. Meanwhile, work starts to pile up, productivity drops, and the hiring processes take longer than planned. The truth is, perfect candidates are rarely out there. The best hires are those who have the right mix of skills, potential, adaptability, and fit within your company culture. Instead of focusing on whether a candidate checks every single box, consider whether they can handle the core responsibilities, show a willingness to learn, and grow with your team. When organizations hire for potential as well as experience, they often discover exceptional talent they would have otherwise overlooked. Man, I feel like I should ring a bell or something.
Well, I mean, I think you nailed it on the head. Right.
I was going to say December, but
December.
fine, we'll leave it.
December nailed it. You read it.
Yeah, I did read it.
Yeah.
Very well, actually.
Yeah. I mean, so like when you're thinking about it, that's exactly what we just said.
No,
You know,
what made
you
me
have
laugh.
a job description of that 17 bullet points and you're trying to get the perfect candidate for it.
Mhm.
It's impossible. Right. But if you find out you have a candidate that fits your top 3 and has the potential and the drive to fit all 17, right? And, you know, has a spark for what you're doing, that means they fit in your culture. That's probably your candidate, right? And what is the most frustrating to us is when a company comes to you and they have a job description and really it's 3 people.
They have a job description and what?
Really it's 3 people.
Oh, you mean the job description is actually 3 jobs.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And they're trying to find it all in one.
Yeah.
You know, that's really hard because
That's more common than you would think. Well, not than you would think, but more common than you would think out there in the stratosphere.
yeah, no, it's very common. In all level of
Any industry.
company,
Yeah.
any company. And it's really hard to say, okay, let's pick out the top 3. And then they pick out one from what this person would do and one from what this person would, and I'm like, okay, that still doesn't work.
It's too many people.
Like that's
too many
brain.
cooks in the kitchen.
Right. And that's like too many different sides of the brain, right? Like we've got to streamline this.
Yeah.
So like really taking the time to do that, I think helps with that bottleneck. I also love how it said, with the potential.
Yeah.
Right?
Potential is great.
You're hiring for potential within your organization. You don't want them to be exactly what you want right now because they will get bored.
Yeah.
They need to have some sort of growth into the position that you're hiring them for. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, no, I liked that one.
I felt like that was really great.
That was a good little...
Just kind of put it all together.
Yeah.
So just in case you're wondering, the hiring bottlenecks don't actually fix themselves. You have to take a step back, look at your process. If you need, call Stratus. We'll be happy to help.
Process is my favorite thing.
Efficiencies are mine. So that's, we're right there together. But if you feel your hiring process is slower than it should be, the solution is not to add more people to the process. It may, in fact, be to take some away. Take some people out of it. More often than not, the biggest improvements come from refining your process, clarifying expectations, and removing unnecessary roadblocks. And I feel like I should read this last part because it feels like a commercial.
Okay, let's hear it.
You want to hear it?
Sure.
At Stratus, we help employers identify what is slowing down their hiring efforts and build strategies that attract and secure top talent faster. From refining job descriptions to streamlining interviews and improving candidate experience, our team works alongside you to create a hiring process that supports your business goals. The right candidate is out there. Let's find them together.
You Stratus.
All right, that's it. Way to go. I thought that was, it's pretty fun. It's an interesting, thing. Of course, processes have always been something of interest to me and you.
Yeah.
And the hiring inefficiencies are something that I think that we can all we've dealt with at some point or another.
Yeah. We might even be able to put it to rest for the next vlog and come up with something fun.
Like what do you think would be fun?
I don't know.
And what do you mean to rest? You can't put it to rest.
Not putting the inefficiencies to rest, or else we would not be employed. There would be no need for us if that was the case. And I just don't think that is ever going to be the case.
Probably not.
But I do think that we should kind of touch on like, where's the industry going?
Sure.
Kind of fun things like that.
You want to try to drop dumb shit in one of these things, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, we will. We'll
come watch me in Little Rock.
Yeah. Jordan's gonna be in Little Rock. That's great. Keynote or something, right?
Keynote.
On
June 17th. I got both.
Oh, you're both. Of course you are.
Yeah.
June 17th.
In Little Rock. Yeah. I can get you the link.
Yeah, let's do that. We'll put it out there.
Yeah.
Put it out there in the social world.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Design it.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it. I hope.
We will, though. We are going to have more podcasts coming. Like we said at the beginning of this one. If you haven't had a chance, go back. We're on the YouTubes and Spotify's and go back. Listen to the podcast. Watch the podcast. Comment, share,
interact with the podcast.
Yeah. Send us a message. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, and we will do our best to contort to a more pleasurable podcast.
That sounds good. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. We love having you kind of go into the stratosphere with us.
Yeah. Thanks.